Hello, good people. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's do life with Nish. Today I have one gentleman here with me. His name is Michael Brian. He stays in Kajiado North constituency, Ongatarongai. But then in this channel, I'll be bringing people who impact the society differently in a positive way. So let's talk with Mr. Brian. Welcome. Hey good people, I'm here with a nice gentleman. Let him introduce himself.
Hello good people, good afternoon. My name is Michael Brian Miner. I'm a resident of Ongatarongai, Kajiado County, a director at an organization called Poverty Justice Initiative, Human Rights and Access Justice Program organization. We majorly deal with people, vulnerable people, poor and marginalized who cannot access justice through judiciary and through other established mechanisms that are existing in our community and in the constitution of Kenya. Thank you.
Nice. Now that you're Mr. Michael, you have said what you do. Now can you tell us how you started this program of yours or an organization?
Allow me just to say, it's usually not easy, like for example, to narrate a history, and especially where someone started, but I would say back in the year 1989, 2000, I happened to attend a training, which was a community human rights organization training, and now the training was about human rights and access justice training. That was Kirimabogo Vocational Training Center. With that training, I think that was my open up, which was funded and organized by the Catholic Church through a project called First Enopa Donor Funding Organization. And from then, I got some other few trainings later on. First of all, I was trained by Catholic Justice and Peace Commission. I was later trained by Kituo Sharia. I was later trained by Legal Resource Foundation Trust. Later on, I got trained by UNDP, and again also by United Nations Women Charter. And through the journey, I decided it would be good to start an organization, and especially for the marginalized people in Kajiado County, especially where we are located at Ongatarongai. We have some big slums, that was Kisumu Dogo, and Kware and Gataka slums, and because of those people, they used to, like for example, to come to our Catholic Church here, trying to look or seek for justice. And for that reason, I got elected as the chairperson for Catholic Justice Peace Commission St. Mary's, and I started the fraternity, or I started the charter here of the St. Mary's Catholic Church. While I was starting the organization there, or that chapter of the church there, as the chair, I used to receive a lot of so many access justice matters that were being raised by the community. So many cases started coming up, but according to the limitation of the Catholic Church laws and policies, I found that for some of them we cannot handle. And especially there are things, like for example, to do with FGM, marriages, contraceptives, reproductive health, which the Catholic Church in many areas they don't propagate for. So I could always probably maybe feel that I'm facing some antagonism with the Catholic Church. For that reason, I thought it would be good to establish another parallel program or organization which should be running such similar programs, but now entrench those other ones that are limited within the Catholic Charter to help those people that felt that the issues also need to be addressed in a human rights manner. And so, Edu Poverty Justice Initiative was established in 2011. And since 2011, we have been working the journey. There was a time when we had some fundings. We used to have like four offices within Kajiado County. That was Ongatarongai, Gong, Serian, and Isinya. And of course, we also got another one, the fifth organization, or the fifth office at Kisamis. So, all in all, there were about 5 offices which were operational. And as a director, I had to put people, I had to train people who are going to manage the office. But currently, we only have one office, that is Ongatarongai. But we've been writing proposals to various donors, and we happened, like for example, to get the opportunity of getting donor funding. Of course, we're going to establish more offices because these actually just projects, they're just too many people in the community are seeking for justice, and we definitely have got no reason as to not establish more offices. So I believe, it has been a worthy journey. From where we are, we have assisted a lot of so many people, and especially through collaboration, because we've not been working alone. We have been working with the collaboration with other organizations. We've been working with Legal Resource Foundation Trust. We've been working with the IMUL, which is Independent Medical Legal Unit. We've been working with UNDP. We've been working with Tuosha Sheria, ICJ, International Commission of Jurists, IJM, that is the National Jurist Mission, and so many others. Thank you.
Okay, now if I take you back, you mentioned about CJPC, where you've been my teacher also. What motivated you to start the CJPC in a Catholic church in Obacharongai?
Thank you. A good question, that one. Again, I go back to Kolping, Kilimabogo. That was in 1999 when I was trained. I was a youth, finished college just in that year of 1999, and I joined the choir at St. Joseph Jericho Catholic Church, that is in Eastlands. And while I was still very active in the choir at St. Joseph Jericho, the priest in charge, it's like he noted that I had something maybe which was not very common with other people. And so when this letter was sent to him, that he should send some 4 people to represent the parish to that training. So he told me I'm going to be the head of the mission, and 4 of us we prepared to go to Kolping. We remained there for 2 weeks. We underwent the training for 2 weeks there, and then we came back. So during the training there, it was all about the Bill of Rights. By then the Constitution of 2010 had not been passed, but there was now the clamor. Since 1992 multi-party introduction, so there was no clamor for a new constitution. And not because of the clamor for the new constitution, so in 1989, 2000 training, all organizations that were working within Kenya, the CSOs, they were working in the areas of addressing how do we, like for example, get the bad thing that were in the old constitution. So the trainers who are training that Kolping Center, they empowered all the trainees there, so that when we were going back to our parishes, we had no other business other than to go and try to propagate through the church platforms that this Kenya needs a change. And so when I came back to Obacharongai, then I was also very new. I found our missionary priest here, and I told them that I have undergone that training, and since I had even a certificate, I told them we need to establish CJPC at St. Mary's Catholic Church. By then there was Father Gabino and Father Robinson. So when I talked to Father Gabino, who was in charge, he told me, no, if you have the knowledge, go ahead. And they said, establish the CJPC. We have only been hearing of it, but we have never had. And so the priest gave me a go-ahead, and we started the training, and he gave me the go-ahead, he gave me resources to start the training, and I trained the first group of about 10 people. So I got the first commissioners, that was in 203, 204. That is when I got the first group of the commissioners at St. Mary's. And later on, Father introduced me to Kiserian. I went to Kiserian, I trained another group. I also moved to the diocese, we trained another people at Gong. And all along, I've managed to train 18 parishes throughout the Gong Catholic Diocese, which has about 35 parishes. All in all, I've trained over 300 commissioners, all are spread out in the whole diocese of Kajiado, that is including Loitoktok, Namanga, Kajiado, Isinya, Kitengela, Narok, Loitoktok, Krigori, Soli, and Murot. So all these areas where we have these commissioners established within the CJPC structure, and I believe for sure they are trying to entrench the mandate and the objective of CJPC, which is the mandate is to try to advocate for justice through the church platform, the call for justice by the Catholic Church.
Okay, wow, that is very nice. It's like now you are the founder of the CJPC in Ngong Parish and all those centers.
Yes, I was among. By then, there was only one person called Lemiso, Lemiso and Sanare, There are only those two people, and then Father Mwangi, and another mzee was called Mr. Waidaka. They are the only people that knew CJPC. So the three of us, we are the ones who founded CJPC within the Gong Catholic Diocese, and that was in 2002, 2001. And so that is where it was born. So we are the pioneers of CJPC in the Catholic Diocese of Gong.
Well, that is very nice because I'm one of your commissioners. And now, what does CJPC do in the community and as the church as a whole?
The work of CJPC, the Catholic Church, let me start from the Catholic Church, has got so many arms. We have the social wing of the church, we have the spiritual wing of the church, and we have other arms of the church, like for example the Catholic men, the youth, the women, the Catholic women, and so many other fraternities. So one of the arms that has been established by the church is the Commission for Justice. That Commission of Justice was established in Rome by Pope Francis. Not by Pope Francis, by Pope Leo. That was in 1865. That is when it was established. But in the year 1948, after the declaration of UN Declaration of Human Rights 1948, that is now when the Catholic Church adopted that there has to be a chapter, there has to be a platform within the Catholic Church, where we have now like a church had to stand. Because remember, during 1914 Second World War, the Catholic Church did too little. So they felt like, for example, they could have done more than what they did. That is now where they felt that by forming or establishing the Catholic Justice and Peace Commission, probably maybe in future, if there's going to be such a scenario, they will be likely, like for example, to look into it in a more deeper, in a more structured, and in a more impactful way. And so, so from then, that is how, when it was started in 1914, that is from Rome, so it has been developed down the line from Amesea up to the parish level. Now at the parish level, the Catholic Justice Commission is there to do mainly key components of mainly key things. Well, first of all is addressing injustices in the community. The other one is addressing what we call integrity of creation. Integrity of creation is about the environment, conservation of the environment. And the third one is peace building and conflict management mechanisms and programs. So mainly those key areas, they are the ones that CJPC focuses on. In Waigoro, we have those parishes and those dioceses that have well-established CJPC commissions. Going, like for example, to Bungoma Diocese, they have a well-structured CJPC where they even have vehicles to go to the ground, where they go and feed people. They go and they have established even medical platforms. They go and they go and advocate for peace in various communities. And so we've got too much, or we have so much that we can be proud of in terms of how we have achieved as CJPC in different areas. Not only in Kenya, even for example in Zambia, we have gone to Zambia to benchmark there, and they have well-established CJPC organizations there. And it's a place that people might also consider going to benchmark maybe in future.
Wow.